I see examples of this frequently. I was interviewing for a new client, a prospect, and they had bought a building for 1.3 million. The 1 million was the structure, the shell, and the 0.3 million, the 300,000 was for the land. So it was pretty easy to allocate. When they bought it, they didn't do a cost segregation study. They probably bought it 10, 15 years ago. I don't remember exactly, but they put a new roof onto the building. And so the new roof cost about $100,000. And they didn't allocate out and separate out the old roof. And when they go to sell the property, because they didn't dispose of the old roof on the books, on the balance sheet, on the tax return, it's still showing up as if they own it. And so they're going to have to recapture that depreciation when they sell it. That's a phantom tax. They have to pay tax on something that they don't own. But if they would have did a cost segregation and written off that old roof, say $60,000 or $80,000 of the old roof, expense whatever the remaining life is, and then stop that depreciation, they wouldn't have had to recapture that. So they're getting taxed twice, and they're losing, and they're having to pay a tip on their taxes and overpay their taxes. And it was sad because the old accountant had died. They didn't know all this stuff. Nobody told them. And so now I'm on the mission to help people to do smart things with their money to avoid the pain, tragedy, and all this stuff could have been avoided if somebody would have said something. That's why I'm telling people how. That's why cost segregation is really important, to break down these components, have these components allocated out. So when you dispose of a property, you know how much to allocate out. And there's really not a shortcut around doing a cost segregation with a qualified engineering company. An accountant can't do it. They're not qualified. You got to have both a qualified engineer and a qualified accountants to be able to do that, and then be able to allocate out the useful life and dispose. And so that's partial disposition. Let's communicate. Let's talk. If you have a building or rental properties and you don't want to get the phantom tax, you don't want to get hit multiple times with taxes that you shouldn't have to pay, let's legally, ethically, morally reduce your taxes without leaving a tip. Give me a buzz. Let's chat.